trains are an integral part of almost every major city on the planet. If you put them underground, they become metros. Above ground, they become city light rail. On the street level, they're trams. Between large cities, they can become high-speed rail, transporting up to 1,300 people per train at intervals up to a few minutes. Modern-day transport does not get more economical than this. Even electric cars have absolutely nothing on a system like this. It's just so goddamn effective. Now, if your city lacks good public transport, what they need to do is build infrastructure, pictured here. But what do you do if the surface is too overcrowded? Well, then you have to build underground rail, usually anyway. And so the city of Las Vegas decided to dig some transit tunnels. After all, car traffic is a big problem in Las Vegas and there's no good public transportation. All the necessary work was done. Stations were excavated, tunnels were bored, and so Las Vegas was ready for a system able to move hundreds of thousands of people each day in an effective and environmentally friendly way. Okay, so I think we're past the point of sarcasm, so I'm just gonna drop it for now. This picture right here, this fucking picture right here, summarizes everything wrong, not just with American car culture and American public transit, but also this bizarre popular worship of out-of-touch Silicon Valley billionaire tech bros. And just please consider for a second, whom does this system really serve? We did all this tunneling, we did all this construction, all this effort, all this money, so that a couple of Teslas can drive around in a tunnel where metro trains could travel, holding up to 1,000 people per train set. But instead we have expensive sports cars holding 5. And even if the system was extended all over Las Vegas, what would it really achieve? It would just be one more lane, but underground. And gamer lights. And here I'd like to highlight just how shallow the tech brain solution is for problems. It's basically just throwing capacity at it. Hey, does your city suffer from chronic car dependency and all its associated problems, such as noise pollution, air pollution, heart disease, obesity, oh, and also constant traffic jams? Elon Musk goes, and I have a name for it. A name for it which is called more traffic lanes. But the thing is, as humanity moves more into the cities, as urban populations skyrocket, we simply cannot allow everyone to just drive cars wherever. There's just no space. Even if we build out dozens of new highway lanes underground, what happens once you get out of the tunnel? Where do you put your car, especially in a city center? And at this point, instead of trying to hatch elaborate plans over gigantic underground parking lot complexes or the like, you know, more of that tech brain solution, we could go for realistic solutions such as disincentivizing motor traffic in dense urban settlements. Because whether you like it or not, while electric cars are nicer than internal combustion cars, they still have absolutely nothing on trains. An electric train is the most environmentally friendly mass transit we currently have. And since that seems to be the best solution for now, why not just build more of it? In Tokyo, the city where I took all these pictures and videos, the share of motor transit is 12%, while public transportation's share is 51%. And Tokyo can achieve these numbers because it has a vast, developed and dense public transportation network. You don't need a car in Tokyo. Public transportation takes you absolutely everywhere. In contrast, in Las Vegas, the share of motor transit is 90%. That's 9 and a 0, and public transportation is 4%. These are laughable numbers, with pedestrian traffic constituting just 1%. And so shouldn't Las Vegas and American cities be doing the same thing as Japan? I mean, it's not like they couldn't do it, they're the richest country on the planet. But of course, car culture is very, very difficult to change. And make no mistake, it has to be changed because it's completely unsustainable. And Elon Musk, instead of trying to help America transition away from cars somewhat, just continues to pour more fuel on the fire. And why wouldn't he? He's an out-of-touch car maker billionaire. He doesn't care about innovation, he doesn't care about the environment, he doesn't care about you. All he cares about is making as much money as possible and then on the side constructing his own little private escape route to Mars should things on Earth go to shit. Because if they do, and Elon Musk does manage to put together his Mars colony, I'm sorry to tell you, but you will not be on the evacuation spaceship. The top 1% will escape. You will rot in the toxic wasteland that Elon Musk helped bring about. His utopia is not Star Trek, it's Blade Runner. But on the positive side, the Las Vegas Loop's, well, inauguration seems to have finally made a lot of people realize that Elon Musk's bullshit projects are just that, bullshit projects. They're just elaborate schemes so that Elon Musk can sell more cars, so he can get richer, and so he can build that Mars colony so that he can ditch Earth should things go south. I'll leave you with this clip from CNBC of a reporter trying her absolute best to sound excited about a road tunnel. It gave me a significant amount of second-hand embarrassment, so I want you to suffer with me. In the meantime, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I also have a Patreon if you think this content is worth your money. Links are in the description. Thank you for watching, and I'll be seeing you next time.
Hey there, Shep. Well, as you descend the escalator into the Loop station, you see the Teslas waiting to whisk you into a tunnel 43 feet below ground. Now, you might think, all right, it's like a subway. But this is more like a highway underground. And because it's Las Vegas, this is also a thrill ride.
The Las Vegas Convention Center Loop is part thrill ride, part light and sound show, but mostly